Oh yeah, that's right. This is SafsLife. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, this is SafsLife.
Hello everyone, assalamu alaikum, and welcome to another video. So today is just gonna be a little talking video because I thought I would just talk to you about how I lost weight, because I have been getting so many questions recently. I have been doing reels on Instagram and I've just been getting so many questions about how I lost weight. So I just thought pick up the camera and talk about it because I have a few minutes spare, and I'm also having a McFlurry with an espresso shot. I don't think I've shared this on my YouTube, but literally buy a single espresso shot and a mini McFlurry and then mix them together, and it is literally the best thing in the world. Like, it's so delicious. It's like a coffee milkshake. If you do it when it's hot like I have, it's gonna turn into like a really thin milkshake, but if you wait until the espresso shot cools down, then it's like a really thin ice cream, if you know what I mean. I don't know, it depends on how you like it, but I like to do it when it's hot, so it's like a milkshake and I can just drink it. So good. Anyway, I just thought I would talk to you. Basically, I have been getting so many questions. How did you lose weight? What did you do? I don't know how many of you guys know, but I have lost 5 stone in over a year. Just over a year, like a year and maybe like 4 months, maybe a bit less, I don't know. But basically it's all about the calories. You need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. You don't need to work out, you don't need to eat healthy, you just need to make sure you're eating less calories than you are burning, basically. I don't really know how many calories you burn or anything like that. I just know that you need to eat a certain amount of calories to lose weight. So there is a calorie calculator. I will leave the link for that in the description of this video because so many of you guys asked me for that calculator on Instagram. So I thought I'd just share it again in this video. Look at this, by the way, it's so good, so good, so good. I can't wait to eat it. I'm just gonna mix it until all the ice cream kind of melts. You just need to be in a calorie deficit. Use a calorie calculator, figure out how many calories you're eating. If it helps, you can count your calories on an app like the MyFitnessPal, or there's a few other apps I think you can use as well. It doesn't really matter what app you use, but just make sure you know how many calories are in whatever you are eating. The calculator will tell you exactly how many calories you need to eat. You don't need to stick to it 100%. You can eat a few more calories one day, you can eat a few less calories one day, but as long as your like weekly average is under how many you're supposed to be eating, then you will lose weight. You definitely will. I can guarantee it. I know because I did it. It's not impossible. A lot of people are like, it's not working. It's because you're not in a calorie deficit. There's no way that you can be in a calorie deficit and not be losing weight, because that's just how it works. If you're saying that you eat so little, you must be snacking on the side, you must be having drinks and high calorie kind of snacks or something like that, or you're eating larger meals and you're not realizing how much you're actually eating. You don't need to eat until you're stuffed, you just need to eat until you're not hungry anymore. And I always say this, but the only way, like there's all these things that I can advise you on and the things that you can do, but the only way it's actually going to work is if you really in your heart want to lose weight. And so that's the only way it's going to happen, because if you really want to, as I just said, then you will do anything. Your willpower will be so high that you will do it. It will just happen, and before you know it, you will be losing weight. So all I can say is you need to really want it. So good. It's like the texture that I can drink it now. Let me show you what texture it is. It's like that. It's like a thick shake, a milkshake. Anyway, I know that a lot of people say I really want to lose weight, but I love my food too much. You don't need to stop eating the food that you love. I say that that is the worst thing that you could do. Just carry on eating the food that you love, but just eat less of it. I used to eat 3 meals a day, snack in between, midnight snacks, this, that, the other, everything. But I cut down on all of those. I didn't eat any snacks in between my meals, and I only had 2 meals a day. And I only ate when I was hungry. So in the morning I wouldn't eat until I really felt like I needed to eat and I was really hungry. I know that a lot of people are going to be like, oh my gosh, you're so bad promoting only eating when you're starving. I'm not saying eat when you're starving. I'm not saying starve yourself. I'm saying eat when you do feel hungry, when you are hungry. And in the meantime, drink a lot of water, because water, trust me when I say this, it makes you feel like you've eaten. It makes you feel full. A lot of the time we eat because we're thirsty and we don't realize it. I completely recommend drinking your 8 glasses at least a day. I'd say have one when you wake up, have one when you're about to do the washing up, have one after you've done the washing up, have one with your breakfast or lunch or whatever, whenever you eat, have one after you've eaten, have one in the middle of the day, have one before your dinner, have one before your dinner, after your dinner, in the middle of your dinner, have one in the night. See, it's not that hard to drink 8 glasses of water. Drink one every single time you pray, and with the meals that you eat, when you wake up and when you go to bed, and that is easily 8 glasses of water. There's no like secret, it's just all about the calories that you consume. I can give you a million tips on how you can lose weight, but the only way it's going to happen is if you stick to the calorie deficit. You don't need to work out, you don't need to go to the gym, you don't need to go for a walk every single day, you don't have to stop eating your favorite food. All you need to do is be in a calorie deficit, and that is it. It's so simple as that. I made this little diagram in one of my other videos, and I think it kind of makes sense. I don't know if it will make sense to you, but basically if you eat less than you burn, then you will lose weight. So I don't know, I'll put it here, but that is how it is done. What a day in my eating would look like is I'd wake up in the morning, I'd have a coffee. Like, I would never ever go without a coffee. I never even cut my milk down. I still drank full fat milk with my coffees. You can obviously change the milk that you have if you feel like you want to cut down on the milk of your coffees. If you drink too much coffee, then it's definitely a good idea to cut down on that, but I didn't, because I like my full fat milk, so why would I cut it out of my diet? So I'd have a coffee with full fat milk in the morning with a glass of water, and that would be me done for a good few hours. I'd have another glass of water in between if I felt like it, and basically that's all I'd eat in the morning. And then I wouldn't feel hungry till sometimes it would be about 11 o'clock, and sometimes it would be 12, 1 o'clock, and then I would eat my breakfast / lunch, so brunch basically. I would have every single day around that time, and it would always be something like either porridge with fruit, or a bagel, an egg with like mushrooms or vegetables or something like that. And also I used to have granola, Greek style yogurt, and honey with fruit as well. That would be like one of my main ones, and then that would fill me up for up until like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock maybe if I pushed it a little bit. But one other tip I have is to eat quite early. So 5 o'clock roughly was my dinner time, and then I would eat whatever I wanted to eat. I'd have a burger, but I wouldn't have the chips, so that would cut down on like 400 calories, because I'm not having the chips, I'm just having a burger, and the burger would fill me up. And I'd drink water with it. I would drink either water, or I'd have a 0 sugar Coke, or like Pepsi Max cherry, or you know, any kind of drink that you like. Have it, but don't have the full fat ones, have the low calorie ones. So the morning meal would have been about 300 calories roughly. The coffee would have been about, I'd say about 30-40 calories. Let's just say 450 calories in the morning, and then my dinner would have been about 600 calories depending on what I have, but it wouldn't be any more than that. And then in the evening, a big tip is to go to bed early so you don't snack. A big tip is to go to bed early, to sleep. Sleeping is a good way to lose weight as well, because in the time that you're sleeping, you're not eating, and your body gets more rest, so it burns more calories. It's just there's so many different things that you can do, but sleeping is a good one. I always used to watch TV in the evening, have a cup of tea with full fat milk, again no sugar. I cut out all sugar, and that wasn't because I was watching my calories or anything. I just cut out sugar completely from my tea and coffee years and years ago now. I just don't know, I don't like sugar in my tea and coffee. But that's a good way to cut calories if you have a lot of sugar in your tea, and if you have multiple cups of tea and coffee a day, then that is a very good way to cut down on calories. If I really wanted like a dessert or something, I would have like a frozen yogurt lolly. I love these ones, they're like called Moo Moo lollies, or I don't know, I will put a picture of it right here, but they're from Tesco and they're so delicious, they're so nice. But you can have anything, like you can have like those mini magnums, they're only like 100, less than 100 calories each or something, I don't know, it depends on what you like and what you enjoy eating. So I enjoyed eating everything that I ate. I'd have, like, if I was to make myself like a healthy dinner, it would be like oven chicken with sauteed vegetables, or like oven fish and like some fries, and I don't know, you can eat whatever you want. Just I completely cut out like fried food at home. I never used to fry food at home. If I was to have fried food, it would be from a takeaway. And when you go to like takeaways and things like that, just order, like, maybe I used to order like kids portions, and then that would fill me up because it's like a bit of everything but it's less of it. Another idea is to eat half of a meal. So it's especially good if you're with somebody who is also losing weight, or somebody who wants to put on weight, then they can have their meal and then half of yours as well. Because if you eat half of a burger and half of the chips, then think about it, you're eating half of what you used to eat, so the calories would be a lot lower than the normal calories that you would consume. That is a tip that I got from Britney Spears, believe it or not. Like, I used to read magazines, I don't know what magazines, like Ms or something back in the day, and when I was a teenager, and there was like this part of it, and she was saying how she'd eat like half of a meal, half of a burger, and half of the portion of chips, and half of this and half of that. And I was like, why? Like, just eat it all. Why are you being so weird about it? Just eat it all. Now I completely understand, because she just wanted to eat that food, but she wanted to eat less of it. And honestly, it's a genius way to do it. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video now because I have been talking about this for way too long and I need to go and get my babies. So I'm gonna end this video now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope it helped. That is gonna be the end of this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is SafsLife. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, this is SafsLife.